Universal design for learning, support for science of reading. Education is an extensive field with various pedagogical frameworks intended to enhance learning. The science of reading, SOR, and universal design for learning, UDL, are notable approaches with different philosophies. UDL prioritizes inclusivity through various representation, engagement, and expression methods to accommodate different learning styles. However, the science of reading emphasizes strategies for teaching reading that are supported by research. This research study evaluates UDL's suitability for the dynamics of the science of reading. The goal is to determine whether the intersection of the science of reading's structured, evidence-based strategies and UDL's emphasis on inclusivity and flexibility are compatible. UDL principles and reading acquisition. The basic principles of reading acquisition, as outlined by the science of reading, SOR, align well with universal design for learning, UDL, goals. SOR emphasizes decoding skills, closely aligned with UDL's emphasis on providing multiple means of representation. One of the fundamental skills in learning to read is decoding, or the capacity to convert written symbols into sounds. UDL meets the diverse needs of students in this crucial area by offering a variety of presentation methods. Furthermore, the natural adaptability that is a feature of UDL aligns well with the complex mental operations involved in reading. Reading is a difficult skill, including vocabulary acquisition, comprehension, fluency, and decoding. The dedication of UDL to allowing for a variety of learning styles and preferences becomes especially important when considering these complex cognitive processes. Using a flexible approach to information access, processing, and demonstration, universal design for learning, UDL, assists students at various phases of their reading development. UDL's dedication to diversity in representation coincides with the science of reading's understanding of the complex nature of literacy development. Combined, they provide a thorough framework that tackles the complexities of learning to read, guaranteeing that students receive assistance customized to meet their specific needs and advancing a more prosperous and inclusive approach to literacy instruction. Therefore, from the above discussions, UDL supports the science of reading. Meeting diverse learner needs. The science of reading, SOR, and universal design for learning, UDL, are committed to addressing learners' varied needs while recognizing the inherent variability in readers' approaches. UDL's focus on meeting the needs of a wide range of learners harmonizes well with the SOR's admission that there are many all-encompassing approaches to teaching reading. Since every learner is different and has unique strengths and challenges when they begin the reading process, both frameworks reject the idea of a one-size-fits-all approach. UDL ensures that instructional methods accommodate different learning styles and preferences by offering multiple means of representation, engagement, and expression. Hovey et al., 2022. This inclusivity is consistent with the SOR's recognition that learning to read is a multifaceted, unique process impacted by phonological awareness, decoding skills, and language comprehension. Teachers can design a learning environment that meets their students' various needs while reading by incorporating the concepts of SOR and UDL. To create a more inclusive learning environment where all students, regardless of where they are academically, can access and engage with the material in meaningful ways, this collaborative approach acknowledges and celebrates the uniqueness of each learner. The combination of SOR and UDL offers a comprehensive framework that improves the efficacy of literacy instruction overall while accommodating the needs of a wide range of learners. As such, this information shows that UDL supports the science of reading. Application in classroom settings. The science of reading's, SOR, emphasis on evidence-based practices aligns with the practical implementation of universal design for learning, UDL, in classroom settings, especially regarding the diverse range of reading abilities students bring to the learning environment. When teaching reading to a diverse group of students, UDL offers an adaptable framework that enables teachers to customize their lessons to each student's needs. UDL teachers are naturally drawn to incorporate SOR ideas into their lesson plans. For example, the SOR's focus on explicit instruction complements UDL's offering of multiple means of representation, enabling teachers to explicitly address different reading-related topics, such as comprehension techniques and decoding abilities. Gibson, 2023. SOAR's acknowledgement of the complex nature of literacy development is a natural fit with UDL's dedication to accommodating a variety of learning styles. Furthermore, the emphasis on engagement by UDL aligns with SOAR's recognition of motivation's critical role in the reading process. Teachers using UDL strategies will likely use practices informed by SOAR, which improves student engagement and creates a more positive and engaging learning environment. For example, integrating phonological awareness exercises into lessons created with UDL meets the unique needs of students and is consistent with the evidence-based practices of SOAR. Essentially, the science of reading's tenets can be seamlessly integrated into classroom instruction through the practical application of UDL. This alignment makes it easier for teachers to meet the varied reading levels of their students, fostering a welcoming and productive learning environment. Potential tensions. Although there is a precise alignment between the Universal Design for Learning, UDL, and the science of reading, SOAR, there may be conflicts because of the different emphasis placed on each. With a focus on inclusivity and engagement, UDL creates a learning environment that can adapt to the needs of a wide range of learners. Martin et al., 2019. On the other hand, the science of reading promotes a more explicit and structured method of teaching reading, placing a high value on methodical instruction to guarantee that fundamental skills are taught. When educators need help to balance engagement and systematic teaching, it becomes clear that there is a conflict between UDL's commitment to inclusivity and SOAR's demand for explicit instruction. UDL's emphasis on offering a variety of platforms for participation and representation could result in a more student-driven and exploratory methodology, departing from the more structured and teacher-directed methods by SOAR. Finding the ideal balance is essential to reconciling these seemingly incompatible methods and ensuring that inclusivity upholds the methodical teaching required for successful reading acquisition. Resolving these differences takes a careful fusion of SOAR and UDL principles. Teachers must work through the difficulty of keeping students engaged while implementing the explicit and methodical techniques that SOAR emphasizes. Martin et al., 2019. To meet the varied needs of students without compromising the fundamental elements of evidence-based reading instruction, this integration may entail modifying UDL strategies to include more structured components. In the end, identifying and resolving these possible conflicts can result in a more thorough and successful approach to literacy instruction. Research evidence. Despite the differences highlighted above, current studies shed light on how well Universal Design for Learning, UDL, aligns with the evidence-based practices supported by the science of reading, SOAR, and offer insightful information about the efficacy of UDL in literacy instruction. A better understanding of how UDL principles affect reading outcomes, particularly for students with diverse learning needs, can be gained by carefully examining these studies. Almuman, 2020, looked into the impact of using UDL in elementary school classrooms on students' reading abilities. According to the findings, there is a positive correlation between enhanced reading outcomes and UDL practices, like offering multiple channels for representation and engagement. This is consistent with the SOAR's focus on providing explicit instruction and considering the individual differences in how students learn to read. Additionally, Al-Harbi's 2020 meta-analysis examined the effects of UDL on students with learning disabilities. The findings showed that UDL interventions positively impacted students with a range of needs in reading comprehension and fluency. Al-Harbi, 2020. This study adds credence to the idea that the science of reading's recognition of variability in reading acquisition and UDL's emphasis on accommodating diverse learners are complementary. Even though these studies suggest that UDL may be effective in teaching literacy, it is crucial to assess how closely UDL principles align with SOAR techniques. To fully comprehend the compatibility and potential synergies between UDL practices and evidence-based SOAR components like phonemic awareness and explicit instruction in promoting literacy development, it will be essential to investigate whether these practices incorporate these components. Conclusion. As discussed above, there is a complex relationship between the science of reading and universal design for learning. Although the science of reading advocates for structured practices that can benefit diverse learners, there may be conflicts when considering UDL principles that inherently support inclusive practices. Combining these methods shows potential for developing all-encompassing, customized literacy training. It is essential to perform a thorough investigation using real-world applications to determine the extent to which UDL supports SOAR. However, the discussions above reveal that at some time, though there exist some differences, UDL may still help SOAR.